Hello Year 7 and welcome to adjacent and vertically opposite angles. Let's have a look. So, first of all, adjacent angles are angles like my angle A and angle B here. They're angles that are right next to each other, separated by an arm here, and if I remove this arm, they'd just be one big combined angle of A plus B. Alright, so let's do some adjacent angles practice. And you can see there's a value x here in question 1 and x here in question 2. I'd like for you to solve this and find the value of x. Pause the video and then unpause when you're done and you've got your solutions. Okay, so let's check our solutions. For the first one, we go 80 plus x equal to 110, and that's because they're adjacent angles. Angle 80 and x are adjacent, so x is 110 minus 80, which is 30 degrees. The second one, we've got 40 degrees plus x plus 90, because that's 90, equals to 180 degrees. So we know x plus 130 equals to 180, and that means x equals to 50. And even though these are adjacent angles, when they're on a straight line, we actually write angles on a straight line. Okay, let's look at our next questions. So, let's first though look at a few new definitions. If I've got two angles like this one here and this one here, we call them supplementary angles, and that means they add to 180 degrees. So for example, those angles on a straight line were supplementary angles. Complementary angles add to 90 degrees, and we spell complementary with an E here, not an I, okay? So complementary with an E means things that go together, and in this case we use it to mean angles that add to 90 degrees. Okay, so the next definition is vertically opposite angles. Vertically opposite angles are like this. When I've got two straight lines, rays, or intervals, and I've got these angles opposite to each other, these vertically opposite angles are equal, and these two angles here are also vertically opposite. Even though they don't look very vertical, even though they look like they're horizontally across from each other, we still call them vertically opposite angles. Now let's have a look at why vertically opposite angles are equal. So, I've got an angle here, x, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, this angle here must equal to 180 minus x, because these two here are on a straight line. But now that I know that, I'm going to work out these two angles here. And I know that this is 180 minus x, so I've got to take away that from 180, and I get, let's do the algebra here, 180 minus 180 minus x, which equals to 180 minus 180 plus x. These cancel out, and that's just x. And we can see our vertically opposite angles are in fact equal, which is what we wanted them to be. Alright, here's a question on it for you. Can you solve for x? You know what to do. Pause the video and see if you can work it out, thinking about our rule for vertically opposite angles. Okay, let's look at our answer. So we go 2x plus 5 degrees equals to 55 degrees, and the reason is vertically opposite angles are equal. We have to write our reason whenever we use one of these rules, and then I minus 5 from both sides. 2x equals to 50 degrees, divide both sides by 2, and x equals to 25 degrees, and 2 by 25 plus 5 does equal to 55, so we know that we've done it right. Okay guys, your homework is Cambridge 7 2C questions 1 to 14. I'll see you later on. Thank you for watching.